Welcome to the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. Here's your host, Brien Hanley.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is your man, Big B, Brien Hanley, and welcome back to the Big 12 Insiders. Thanks, everybody, for showing up and supporting us. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. We're continuing our series today, counting down the best games of the 2025 football season in the Big 12 Conference. We are at week 8, and there might be a little controversy to this week's pick for old Big B. There probably is some controversy, but either way, I'm excited to talk about it. So before we get started, remember, everybody, to like, follow, subscribe, continue to get in to the comment section like you guys always do, and always hit the notification bell so you know exactly when Big 12 Insiders content comes out. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, you know, with week 8, again, there's not a full slate of games in week 8 this week. Teams have byes. But there are some pretty intriguing football games. Now, West Virginia at UCF, look, first-year coaches for both teams, you know. They might be battling for the bottom of the conference. They might be battling for the top of the conference. Who the hell knows? It's the Big 12 Conference. When you get picked last, you finish first. When you get picked to finish first, you finish last. Who knows? But I think it's going to be a hell of a football game. But that is not the top game this week in the Big 12 Conference in week 8. Baylor at TCU. Look, Baylor should be a really good football team. TCU should be a really good football team. The games in at TCU should be a very good football game. Both will have been tested by this time, so we'll see exactly where they stand. These are two teams that could absolutely end up in Arlington, absolutely without question. And that's kind of why I like the Big 12 Conference, because of the depth of the conference. Again, these are two teams that maybe nationally not a lot of people are talking about, but teams within the Big 12, everybody should be talking about, and everybody probably is talking about, because Baylor's going to be good. TCU is going to be good. I can't wait for this football game. But in week 8, it is not the best game of the week. Cincinnati going to Oklahoma State. Don't think that one's going to be. Arizona going to Houston. That one won't be as well. Now, the final 2 games. Texas Tech going to Arizona State. Look, a lot of people think that this could be a preview of the Big 12 title game in Arlington this year. And I'm not going to argue with you. You know, Texas Tech, we know about the roster. We know about what they've done in the transfer portal. We know about the depth of that program. Is it going to be good enough for them to get to Arlington? We're going to find out. Arizona State, Big 12 winner last year, brings back a ton. They have, let me just say this before I get tongue-tied even more. Arizona State just feels like they should have done more last year at the end of the year. They feel like they let one get away in the Peach Bowl, and they are excited to get after it again this year because they think they have a better team. That's crazy to think about with Cam Scatterboot not being there anymore, but they feel like they have a better football team this year than last year. Our good friend Chris Cartman, who covers the Sun Devils for 24/7 Sports, he said it. First of all, he called it last year and said that they were going to be good, better than what people expected. He thought they'd finish middle of the pack. But he's saying again this year, hey, we're better. It's a better football team. So exciting for Arizona State. This, again, could have major implications when it comes down to the college football playoff. And normally, I'm hyping this game up. I'm talking so much about this football game. Could be a preview of the Big 12 championship game, implications in college football playoff, hyping up both teams, the best roster that Texas Tech has had maybe ever, or at least the deepest roster that they've had in recent memory. Arizona State being a player in the college football playoff after coming off a Big 12 champ. I'm hyping this game up. but it is not the biggest game in week 8 in the Big 12 conference. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because to me, this is the biggest rival within the Big 12 conference. Now, I know it's new to the Big 12. I understand that it's brand new to the Big 12. But this was my brother, God rest his soul. He used to love to say the Holy War. And this was one of his favorite rivals. He used to love just saying the name BYU and Utah. I mean, look, now the game's in BYU, but it is the biggest game in week 8. Look, this rivalry is a nasty rivalry. The game ended in controversy last year. Some say pass interference, some say not. You know, they don't like each other. Big time players going from one school, flipping to the next. Some say tampering, some say not. I love all of it. Look, y'all know I love chaos. That's my motto. I love chaos. But I love the nasty rivalry. Don't like each other. Great. You know, talk bad about each other. Great. Get after each other. Great. All of it. It's one of the bigger rivalries in the country. It is definitely the biggest rivalry, football rivalry in the Big 12. You're going to have to convince me otherwise. It's nasty. It's bitter, disrespectful, all the stuff that I like. That's what this rivalry has. And while it may or may not, depending on how good each team is, have, you know, Big 12 or college football playoff implications, we don't know. Again, we're picking these games, or I'm picking these games in July. By week 8, everything will be different. So these two teams could be undefeated by the time they play, or these two teams could have 2 wins. Who the hell knows? But either way, as of this very moment, this is the biggest game for me, just because of the rivalry alone. They don't like each other. And quite frankly, I'll be honest, I'll say this. I don't want them to like each other. I want them to despise each other. It makes for a better rivalry. And because it makes for a better rivalry, that is why it's the biggest game in Big 12 in week 8. I understand. Look, they're Texas Tech fans, Arizona State fans are like, come on, Big B, you're crazy. What are you talking about, man? This game means more. And it very well might. Like I said, it could have more implications on the CFP, the Big 12, all of that. But by that time, maybe things will change. But as of today, where we sit, I'm taking Utah at BYU, man, just because they can't stand each other. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So if you disagree, get in the comments and let me know why. Good game, good slate of games in week 8. Couple stand out. These two are the biggest stands out to me. But give me Utah at BYU as the game of the week in week 8. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you as always. We will be back and continue this series till the end of the season. Thank you guys. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching the Big 12 Insiders, your Big 12 sports show. This has been a Spirit Street production.